Hi, my name is Jocelyn Bunker, and I'm a Master's of Nursing student at Eastern Kentucky University. This is my integrative review findings entitled Reducing Systolic Blood Pressure in Hypertensive Adults Through Low to Moderate Exercise. Health promotion related to diet or exercise for disease management or prevention corresponds with the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Healthy People 2020 initiative related to heart disease and stroke. According to the HHS, CAD is the main cause of death within the United States. It is also one of the most preventable. One of the leading modifiable risk factors of CAD is hypertension. Hypertension affects about one-third of adults in the United States with about a 50% control rate. The HHS reports that Americans developing or dying from CAD would drop drastically if, among other things, physical activity increased and hypertension was controlled. The Healthy People 2020 initiative has set a goal to improve cardiovascular health and quality of life through the treatment of CAD risk factors such as hypertension. The PICO question that I used to drive my research was, in adults with hypertension, how does low to moderate amounts of physical activity such as walking compared to sedentary behavior affect systolic blood pressure within a 3-month period? The health promotion model was used as the theoretical framework of this integrative review. Health promotion is a mid-range nursing theory based on the idea that preventative health behaviors taken by individuals or groups can minimize the potential threat of illness. Health promotion is the foundation upon which family nurse practitioners promote interventions such as diet and exercise for disease prevention or management. It supports the notion that the client is an active participant in creating their healthiest life. Arija et al. Conducted a randomized controlled trial in 2017. The purpose of this research was to assess the effectiveness of a 9-month supervised physical activity program on CVD risk factors in adults with hypertension. 364 participants were randomly selected and assigned to one of two groups. All participants' baseline CVD risk factors were assessed. The intervention group had 260 participants who participated in 2 supervised walking sessions each week, totaling 120 minutes of walking. The control group had 104 participants that were instructed to continue receiving their usual primary care and to continue to follow their habitual lifestyles. After 9 months, all participants' CVD risk factors were reassessed. The research concluded that overall cardiovascular health in the intervention group improved significantly during the 9-month intervention in comparison to the control group. Among many CVD risk factors improvements was systolic blood pressure. The intervention group participants' mean systolic blood pressure dropped by a negative 6.63 mmHg. Park et al. Conducted a controlled trial in 2014. The purpose of this research was to determine the effects of a 12-week low-volume walking program on CVD risk factors in older adults. 28 participants were assigned to one of two groups. All participants' baseline CVD risk factors were assessed. The intervention group had 14 participants that participated in supervised walking 2 times a week over a 12-week period. The control group had 14 participants who were advised to maintain their usual activities of daily living during the study. After 12 weeks, all participants' CVD risk factors were reassessed. The research concluded that the intervention group's resting systolic blood pressures were significantly lower than their baseline values after 12 weeks of intervention and significantly improved in comparison to the control group. Systolic blood pressure in the intervention group dropped by an average of 8 mmHg in each participant. Findings from this body of literature can be used to support improved advanced nursing practice. These findings provide evidence that low to moderate amounts of exercise, such as walking, can improve cardiovascular health by lowering CVD risk factors, including systolic blood pressure, in as little as 3 months. These findings provide a feasible intervention for implementation into practice because walking is a free form of exercise that is achievable by virtually all ambulatory adults. These findings encourage FNPs to implement health promotion interventions such as low to moderate exercise into their primary care practice. So based on these research findings, a specific proposed intervention to change advanced nursing practice would be to educate and encourage clients to engage in physical activity even at low to moderate levels. FNPs encourage health promotion as the first step to reduce the risk of developing CVD, and then use pharmacological interventions as a supportive or secondary intervention. This evidence-based intervention can be implemented at Mesa View Medical Associates Rural Healthcare Outpatient Clinic. Mesa View Medical Associates provides care to those of all ages, but they predominantly serve a geriatric population because Mesquite, Nevada is a retirement community. Clients treated at Mesa View Medical Associates will benefit from this intervention because low to moderate exercise, among other things, can help lower their systolic blood pressure and reduce their risk of developing CVD. With 294 sunny days a year in Mesquite, walking is a perfect intervention to implement in a retirement population served at this clinic. Positive outcomes were found in this integrative review aimed at answering the proposed PICO question. So in conclusion, research showed that low to moderate amounts of physical activity for 3 months had positive results on CVD risk factors such as systolic blood pressure. The health promotion model is a complementary theoretical framework for implementing these findings into practice. FNPs at the primary care level can empower their clients through education to increase their activity level, which can lead to a reduction in CVD. Thank you for watching my integrative review. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me.